You are here on the Come Up Show. We are back. One of your hosts, Chris Robinson.
Flex Rondo in the building. Bow, what's going on, y'all?
To the CEO, you already know the vibes.
We in the building. We got a special guest with us, my man.
The one and only.
We on tour. He looking at me like, you don't say we on tour.
Man, he got
say we on tour.
Nah, he got so many damn titles because he's just so known. Shit don't make no sense. Fluff Jones.
Jones, the one and only.
One and only.
The only one in America, baby.
Most
you gotta say that shit right, baby.
The
only
one in America, baby.
That's
we out here. We on tour.
One in America.
Of course, Tootie, you know that shit.
Know the vibes.
You've been running. So I'm still new in getting into the industry and everything. You've been running around for a long time. I want to know, where you started from, where you grew up, what inspired you, things like that.
Just basically, you know what I mean? I grew up in Bushwick in Brooklyn. Just like a lot of other people, you know what I mean? I saw the grind. It was there. It was open opportunities. And I took advantage of them. You know what I'm saying?
How was it growing up out there in Brooklyn?
Get
into it.
I grew up in a shitty era, man. My shit was different, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Nowadays, it's a little more easier. It's a little more at ease. I get to breathe easy. Before, it was a little more dangerous, rugged. Niggas was getting to it. People was just, they wasn't focused. It wasn't like now. Like,
right,
you know what I mean? Like, computer woke a lot of people up, you know what I mean? We didn't really have that back then.
That's a fact.
Like, it was a lot different,
Definitely.
I don't know why I thought you were from the Bronx.
A lot of people think I'm from the Bronx.
Yeah, I thought you were from the Bronx.
Everybody think I'm from the Bronx. Everybody think I'm from the Bronx or Harlem.
Yeah, I didn't think Brooklyn.
I
ain't
yeah,
gonna hold
Bushwick.
you.
I didn't
Brooklyn.
think that.
Nah, not at all, bro. I didn't think Brooklyn at all.
Nah. A lot of people didn't know that I grew up in Bushwick. I grew up in Trouble in Knickerbocker. Basically, like I grew up basically in an era where, you know what I'm saying, niggas was getting to it. My block was like the first block that had a precinct on the block. My block was like the first block that actually, they built a precinct on the block. My block was like the first block that had cameras in it. Like everywhere in New York was bad. Everybody could talk about their neighborhoods. Everybody could talk about this, that, and the third. But my block was like the mecca for slinging dope. So like I grew up in that era of just getting to the bag, And my mama loved. She got to the bag.
So it came from your mama.
Yeah, the hustle
came from
your
mama. Came from my mama. My mama did it. You know what I'm saying? Like she taught me a lot as a woman. You know what I mean? I grew up underneath her shadow. You know what I mean? Like she basically was a hustler. And back when I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? Like I looked up to her and I saw a lot of people did that too. And when I got into the music game, a lot of the people that basically wanted out of the drug game and they moved on and they didn't really want none of the backlashes, they moved into the music industry. Right. So when they moved into the music industry, a lot of the ones that survived through the music industry, I ended up bumping into and using them as stepping stools to like get my weight up and shit. You know what I mean? Like they would walk up to me, oh hey, you such and such son. I'd be like, yeah. They'd be like, oh yeah, I love your mom. I'd be like, I bet what you do. And then that person would come and explain to me, yo, listen, I do this and this and this and this. And I'll be like, oh shit. I need you one day.
So you soaked all of that up at an early age, basically.
Yeah, I got that shit right.
OG.
Yeah. My mama loves her OG, man. She kept it cool. She did her thing, you know what I'm saying? Always worked, always hustled, always kept us, you know what I'm saying, on some cute shit.
Now, what was it like going to school at that time? What were you like?
See, going to school, when I went to school, it was like, you know what I'm saying, like I didn't really have like too many problems. I did because I was like considered black, but I was like considered Spanish because I speak Spanish. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people think I'm directly African American.
Oh, you speak Spanish?
Flowing and all that. Sing songs, all that. You know what I'm saying? My reggaeton skills is up. Yeah.
Yo, I didn't even think that. I wouldn't have thought that.
Nah. A lot of people.
Spanish? I'm learning a lot right now.
I knew you was Spanish. You can't tell he's Spanish?
I mean, I couldn't call it. I ain't going to hold you. I knew he's mixed.
I could tell he's Spanish.
Nah, a lot of people didn't know I was Spanish. A lot of people didn't know I was Spanish.
Dancing
A lot of people didn't know
that? I can't see it.
A lot of people didn't know I was Spanish.
Nah, I can't. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's how I blend in everybody's lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, I blend in real good because, you know what I'm saying, I know how to be me, but I know how to speak Spanish and be about my culture. You You know what I'm saying?
Right. And your neighborhood, like growing up as a kid, where did you fit in with everyone? Did you go through problems growing up like that? Because I know, sometimes you go through that where people, you know what I mean? They'll put you off. Oh, nah, he's not this or he's not that.
Nah, you go through problems everywhere, man. Like everybody's school, everybody's childhood, everybody's situation is like a similar boat. But I was like a little more fortunate enough not to go through a lot because my block protected me. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like a golden child to them and shit like that. So when I started like getting a little older, and like my mom's peoples grew a little older, you know what I'm saying? And the people that worked underneath her like basically just gave me like shining light, like, yo, bro, you a young man, you your mom's shadow, like don't make it look bad. So I took that into consideration and was like, nah, fuck that, I go get to it.
That's real. That's definitely real. Yo, Rondo, you booked the man. I'm waiting for you to talk.
No, y'all was talking. Yeah, everybody I get to know who the one and only is. You feel me?
Thank you.
What you said growing up? What type of music you listen to?
See, I was into like my mom. She like gave us like like a little bit of everything because she would listen to like Barbra Streisand. She would listen to like Lisa and freestyle era. You know what I mean? I grew up in between like a lot of Spanish music. You know what I mean? Jerry Rivera. Like a lot of people who had like big influences in the Spanish and English market. Cause actually, not for nothing, my mom's really liked a lot about Marley. Like that was her shit. You know what I mean? She was like a real reggae influence. She liked it basically. My grandfather used to play in a band in the front of the house. They used to have like their friends come over and have like all the instruments and play them out in front of the house and build like a whole like block party.
Okay.
Everything.
Take over the whole block.
Yeah. There was influence like that.
So then you growing up in your neighborhood, you was around everyone. You got to pretty much know everybody.
Yeah.
You kind of had like, who's like 50, like 50. You know what I mean? His whole block, because his mom's, everybody on his block knew him. He was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's definitely dope. You know what I mean?
Nah, everybody knew who I was because I was a little bad boy who traveled.
That's the real story.
That's where the wheel tour comes
That's
from.
where the wheel tour from barrel to barrel.
Yeah, so like when I was younger, you know what I'm saying? I traveled a lot, you know what I'm saying? 1995 was my first charge ever. You know what I'm saying? I was in Manali Park in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? And a friend of mine's and me, we went up there, whatever, and we had got caught with a pistol and a couple knives and shit for like a robbery. We ain't even do it, bro. But anyways, we still held it down like men, you know what I'm saying? And at that time, that was like the Yankees were playing the Seattle Mariners that day. Wow. The cop was telling my mom, he was like, yo, listen, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was about to shoot your son. Word too, because we was gone.
Yo.
We took off on him. We was in rollerblades. Rollerblades was big at the time.
What?
Yeah.
Imagine getting stopped by the cops in rollerblades. Me, I would have been.
You should see people on the back of the bus, on the back of trucks on rollerblades.
I would have took them off.
Nah,
You quicker with them on.
Yeah, you out with the skates.
yo, listen,
you
now
gone.
when you with the skates on, you
But
make
I
it
don't
moves.
know how to roller skate.
Oh yeah,
So I
you
have
would
to
have been
take
one
them off.
falling.
Maybe if they were
maybe
if they were Heelys. Y'all remember Heelys?
Yeah, Heelys.
If they were Heelys,
Where you
I
going
would.
with some Heelys, yo?
See, that's
could've
more.
You
rolled.
going viral. That's where you going with
Hitting
Heelys.
one curve.
She's going viral with that one.
Yeah,
Oh,
should have definitely fell.
That
Would
was
have
the
been over.
closest I knew how to ride like anything on my feet, like.
Oh
Like
yeah.
roller, like skates.
You ain't never rode a bike? You don't know how to
No,
ride
I
a
know
bike?
how to ride bikes.
Nah,
But
some
let me
people
tell
don't.
y'all the story about how I learned how to ride a two-wheeler. No one taught me, right?
All right.
So we was at the playground, right? And it was like I grew up in projects, like
All right.
like I used to live with my grandmother in the projects. So
Okay.
it was this bike that was like it was broke, but it was one with a training wheel, right? So I wanted a bike so bad. I was like, yo, like I want to learn how to ride a bike. It was the bike with the training wheel. So we took the bike. And the training wheel was like lifted up. So it was basically like I was riding on two wheels.
You was
but
riding on two wheels.
It was basically like I was riding on two wheels, but it was just one.
Yeah.
So it's like balancing out. And that's how I learned how to ride a two-wheeler because I was I kept falling, but I was like learning how to balance out on the training wheel bike because the last 4 wheels wasn't working. So that's how I learned some real ghetto shit.
Yo.
That's some real ghetto shit, but that's how I learned, and I'm really good on the 2-wheeler now. Like
Tootie be outside popping willies, B.
Tootie popping willies. Yeah, she got a motorcycle club coming out soon too.
So what influenced you to
Tootie's
get
gangsters.
into the music side? What got you to start going into the music world?
What it was when I was younger, basically like everybody around me was like they was get money people, so they wanted to buy and invest in music. They didn't want to be like rappers. So like the people that I came across first were people that wanted to buy into it. Not really people that was into it like on some, I'm going to be a rapper, I'm going to be a producer, I'm going to be, say like, you know what I'm saying, a singer. Like nobody was taking those approaches. Like I wasn't really hearing that. I was hearing like around me like, yo, I'm about to invest into this artist. So my godfather started a company back in the days, became famous in the Spanish reggae world.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
So it like the artists that he had underneath him was like Del Calderon, Daddy Yankee, Nicky Jam, a couple of other people too. You know what I'm saying? There was a guy named Speedy. There was Guanavanas. There was a lot of groups in Spanish reggae that were making moves, and he was in control of their lives.
Nice.
In the sense of like he'll walk up to them and tell them, yo, listen, how much money you got in your pocket? They'll be like, yo, listen, I ain't really got shit. I'm broke. I'm tapped out. He'll be like, all right, here's $500. Make me a song. So he'll take those songs and take them to the radios and just start promoting them as his own. And then he'll rake in all the excessives. And when I saw him do that, that was like a Diddy move.
Word, I was
So
ready
that's
to
why
say that.
that's why you don't see like Del Calderon and Daddy Yankee and Nicky Jam play the beginning of their careers and shit like that. Their songs, like you know how people go back into their first singles and the shit that make them pop and things like that.
None of them.
Like they don't do that because the simple fact is those numbers and those and everything there belongs to my godfather. So it went through the roof. So I trained a little bit in that. Then he was mostly on the road, so I ended up like growing up a little more and more. And during time, I started rapping. So when I started rapping, I ended up
I was waiting for that to come. Say, yo, I know Fluff rapped somewhere, yo. I knew it.
I did, bro. I did, and I'm really good at it. And I stopped because basically that's just not my passion. My passion became being like in a managerial situation where I could plug shit in and make me a nice fortune of dollar.
Right.
Like I had to learn that, like just working with managers, not being the manager. Being the manager is something that I sought out when I first started. I thought that I wanted to be managers to everybody, but I learned that the percentage you get is really weak. Because if your artist gets $100,000 and you only get $10,000 out of that, he goes into a store, he buys just a sweater and a pair of shoes, and that's $20,000, and you try to buy the same thing, you can't.
Can't even afford it.
You know what I mean? So, you know, if somebody who wants to put themselves in that shoes, it's like really hard for them to like outgrow that. You know what I mean? So like, that's why I started We On Tour. You know what I mean? Like that's why I started that, because I just wanted to do shows. I met up with a man named Adam Torres. Adam Torres was the biggest promoter in the world right now. Biggest promoter in the world. Madison Square Garden, Barclays Center, Amphitheater Theater. You know what I'm saying? You talking about
all the spot top.
The Apollo Theater. You're talking about everything from Dipset reunion to basically the Locks reunion, Rough Riders tour. He's done everything you could think of, and he's the owner of the S.STREET concert.
Excuse me.
So when I saw that he was paying A Boogie, 6ix9ine, and everybody a lot of money to be there, and he had over like 40 of the biggest artists, I was like, damn, how much money is he really getting?
If he able to pay all of them,
there you go.
Getting some real bread on the back end.
You know what I mean? So that was like a little journey, like process that I took.
what was your first journey into the music? Like, who was the first, I guess, artist you helped develop, or because you already had the connections because of the past and your mother. So with that, like,
I used those connections. I used all those connections with 6ix9ine. Like what I did was I had came into the situation where a lot of my bros, they was like, yo, come out, you know, everybody, we're gonna need your help. So like when that situation kicked off, I was like, all right, cool, you know, like I'm down to help out, like that's cool. We're all gonna make money together as a group. So when we went to Miami and I seen that we still wasn't getting no money and there was show money coming in, I was like, damn, how much money are they getting for the show? Because I want to know, not because I want in on it, but I want in on it. Right. I want to either get somebody to book the show, so when then I could be able to make some money off of it, or if not, I was going to book the show myself because I was learning and still in the learning process.
That's real. So how did you end up hooking up actually with him, with 6ix9ine?
I had knew him like from like my neighborhood and shit like that from time to time, bumping into him and stuff like that. Really wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, really wasn't like my friend, but he was like somebody that I would take his money, I would play handball with him and whoop him out, get his money, get him out the court, you know what I mean? And then him and his friends, him and his friends, they were all like Mexicans. They'll come over to the park and they'll praise me because everywhere I stand, you know, people knew who I was, you know what I mean?
Okay. So with that,
he was Mexican, right?
Yeah,
400%.
Nah, but he repped more the Mexican side than the Puerto Rican side because he was like hang out with like the Mexican kids, and then at that time the Mexican kids was getting bullied by some Crip kids that he ended up hanging out with at the time. So
that's right. He was running with the Crips.
Yeah. He made the Mexican kids get bullied by the Crip kids because he was like. He's like, nah, fuck that. These Mexican niggas hating on me because he was doing like, you know, like little things that would irk each other, you know, like try to rap to another nigga girl type shit behind his back, you know, things like that. So they would build their problems. And then he took the next step and started like fucking with the kids that was Crip and used them to like jump on top of the Mexican kids. Yeah.
Yo, that kid story's crazy.
That shit long, man.
Nah,
that shit long.
That is different. That is different.
Shit long.
Were you someone that was behind that push for him at that time?
I did everything. I did basically everything. Like what it was his management. His name is Chris. His manager. His name is Chris.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Chris came and turned around and he saw potential in me when we were hanging out, and he was like, yo, what's up? What you want to do? So I'm like, yo, listen, you know, I want to get my artists on, because Chris gave an opportunity to me, Shotty, and a couple of other fellas to be around, and Chris was like, yo, listen, what y'all want to do? Shotty was supposed to deal with the Pop Out Boys. I was supposed to deal with Flea, Paper Chase, and a couple of other artists that I had at the time. And he came and turned around and said, yo, listen, I want to give you an opportunity. And I said, I can't take it right now because I don't know what to do. And I was being honest, you know what I mean? He just knew I was connected, you know what I mean? So he seen everybody giving me 5, everybody hugging me, big embraces. So he was like, damn, how you know all these people? So I was like, you know, that's from my Mama Love days, you know what I mean? Like, my Mama Love is these people's, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, oh, okay, well, I want to give you a job. And we went to Miami, and we all came, and we wasted, like, mad money out there, like, mad money. And we came back, and I'm like, damn, we did all these shows, but all of us are really tapped out. How we going to get to it? Like, they was like, yo, listen, I don't know how you going to get to it, but I'm just here just to chill. Like, I'm like, nah, I'm not here to chill.
Right.
I got kids. Like, I got to think about all these kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to really think about my kids. Like, I had to think about my opportunity with my kids. So when I came, turned around, and I thought about it, I said, you know what, I can't be the next man and just hang out with him all day. I need to do business. So when I looked at it and I asked Chris, I said, look, Chris, I don't want to be a hangout buddy. I don't want to be a hype man. I don't want to be none of that. I want to do management. Can you teach me? He said, nah, you got it in you. You just got to know how to roll. All you got to do is not lie to me. You can say what you want to anybody in the world, I got your back.
That's real.
Straight like that. That was your
my introduction
into the music. Nah, that's what's.
That was basically it. That was really it to the music, because at that time, don't get me wrong, I already had connections with like DJ Clue a little earlier. I was around the whole Desert Storm situation. You know why I ain't even gonna say that.
Some tea was about to come out.
Yeah.
we gonna stop for a song, and then we gonna get back to where you at now and where you going.
All right.
Breeze to the top, I'm finna breeze on these fake ass niggas who ain't never do shit for me. You say you love me, but you I be tripping off of what ain't mine. I was tripping, girl, but you ain't mine. Had me confused, nothing left to do. Never thought it was true, girl, you ain't mine. I be tripping off of what ain't mine. I was tripping, girl, but you ain't mine. Had me confused, nothing left to do. Never thought it was true, girl, you ain't mine. I ain't gon' lie, you had me fucked up. Compromise what we had, you really fucked up. We were supposed to be forever. You let what we had fall apart. When I think about it, you fucked up. You left me cold and went missing. I wanted better for us, you thought I was tripping. I still think about you, girl, I'm reminiscing. What we had was special and I can't even pretend it. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Can we get back to the basics? When you was all in my bed getting naked, ass up, face down while you take dick. Hope you never find another nigga to replace this, damn. And I mean that shit. I'm so heartbroken, I really mean that shit. Fucking with some other nigga, can't believe that shit. I thought you was different, but you ain't different, and I mean that shit, yeah. I be tripping off of what ain't mine. I was tripping, girl, but you ain't mine. Had me confused, nothing left to do. Never thought it was true, girl, you ain't mine. I be tripping off of what ain't mine. I was tripping, girl, but you ain't mine. Had me confused, nothing left to do. Never thought it was true, girl, you ain't mine. This the last time I let a bitch play me. This the last time before I go crazy. This the last time I call her girl my baby. Breaking hearts daily, bitches be moving shady. I ain't mean to do it, but she did that shit to me. Now I'm moving reckless and acting like I'm a G. Flexing on these bitches, I know it's hard to believe, but if that shit happened to you, you would end up moving like me. I'm a different type of breed. You will never meet another lit nigga like me. I'm heading to the top, I'm finna breeze on these fake ass niggas who ain't never do shit for me. You say you love me, but you lie. You said it while looking right in my eyes. When it came to you and I, there was nothing that I wouldn't do. You was my ride or die. I be tripping off of what ain't mine. I was tripping, girl, but you ain't mine. Had me confused, nothing left to do. Never thought it was true, girl, you ain't mine. I be tripping off of what ain't mine. I was tripping, girl, but you ain't mine. Had me confused, nothing left to do. Never thought it was true, girl, you ain't mine. Hey, been gone for a little while. Been gone for a little while. Nah, nah.
That you fucking a women.
All right, we back.
Yeah, yo, what the fuck? Man, we ain't going.
Bow, we back. That was Frank Ain't Mine. Frank Ain't Mine on all platforms.
Shout out to Frank.
That's a fact. All right, so we still here with the one and only Fluff Jones.
The only one in
America.
Baby.
So you got introduced through Chris with 6ix9ine. You helped push him.
Yeah.
You seen it was a waste of time. Now you leave that situation to go where? What was your next steps? How did you figure out, like, you know you had to get to the bag, so what was your next step?
My next step was paying attention basically to the promoter that I met during the 6ix9ine situation. When I met the promoter and I saw that he had only like about, and a lot of people were looking to have hundreds of thousands of fans, followers on Instagram. When I saw that he didn't have not even 2,000, I was in shock.
Okay, he the one that pinned everything together.
That's what I'm saying. And he literally has like about 2,000 followers. So he ended up showing me like, yo, listen, you don't need to be that up front. You can be behind the scenes and actually make more happen. And people will be more proud of you. They'll pat you on the back. So I took his format of him doing it with a lot of stars, and I made my younger stars. So I made a star list of like basically all the young up and coming artists that were like up and coming, like we're actually shooting for the stars. And I will reach out to them and say, you know what? If the world doesn't feel you a star, I'm gonna make you a star. You're gonna be believed right here on this show. And they just kept on believing in me, and they knew that I had like formality to like put people in rooms to make them better.
So you said a show. So what was the name? What was the name of the show? What made you want to start doing shows? Like how did that all come apart?
I basically, like I told you, I had met a man named Adam Torres, and Adam Torres turned around and showed me like he was paying for so many artists to be on one bill. So I said, damn, if you're paying out almost $2 million, how much are you making back?
Facts. It's a fact. That's a fact. Hold up, Fluff. No corona. No corona.
Nah, no corona. No corona.
So once I seen that he was putting together all these artists and he was just spending so much money, and I said, damn, to make one of these shows to be like about $8 million, $5 million, because you got to do insurance on the property. You got to do, you know what I mean? You got to have food, vendors, you know, workers, stage,
police.
Build.
Facts.
Man, some water.
Can we get him some water, please?
Get that man some water. Matt, you got water? Oh, shoot. We don't got no water.
They got water in the vending machine?
Yo, you need a water fountain.
After that second one, it's like, all right, yo, we need some water, B.
Word.
Yeah, I don't got no singles.
No, I gave you the only cash I had. But,
Yeah,
So you seen his formula, and you was like, all right, it's time for me to do my own.
Yeah, like I just saw that it was a big value in money. Cause if I could spend $5,000 and make close to like about 50 to 60,000, a lot of people didn't see that coming, and I didn't see that coming.
So
A lot of people didn't know a lot of these shows make a lot of money.
do you remember your first show, and how was the turnout? Not money-wise,
My first
just
show,
in general.
no, my first show, in general, you know, I started off with a process. It started off slowly, you know. I had enough people to sign up. It was a good day. It was my birthday, so basically, you know, I just used that type of energy to like bring it together where people would just come together and just come just to see artists. So and then I wanted to make my show that way. I looked at it that day and said, "Oh shit, these artists don't have no fans."
Y'all heard that?
Like they have no fans. They swear they have fans because they get likes on Instagram, but they have no fans.
Like people who are
They
actually
cannot
pop
sell
out.
tickets
Yeah, like people-
for nothing. Like for nothing in the world, bro. They can't sell tickets. So what I did was I seen that a lot of people were there for me, so I used that to my advantage, and I said, "This is the millennium. I'd rather have people come party with me and come believe that they come in to see me and I'm the main attraction, but I'll have artists there performing so they can actually show their talents to these people."
Makes sense.
That's a fact. So everybody, for the most part, was coming out for you,
Yeah.
and then with that, in turn, you know, so
Used
that's
it against it, you know what I mean? So the artist can shine.
And that also means that you are definitely making sure that it's good entertainment. That it's
Yeah.
not artists that are not putting out music that's not going to attend to the people
Yeah.
no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's very important, that because a lot of people do shows and just take money and throw anybody on the stage.
Yeah,
which
that's
is-
what I didn't want to do. You know,
Yeah,
like I
I
didn't
hate
want to.
that.
That's why I wanted to like make my shit basically based on like your work ethic.
Right.
if I can see that you're actually working, I've bumped into you maybe 20 times. I've saw you on 20 different posts on other people's shit, just bigging you up that are bigger than you.
Facts.
You know what I mean? That are working with you, that are seeing you working and grinding. I turn around and make sure that your grind is guaranteed rewarded.
So y'all heard that. Holla at Fluff Jones, artists that are working and got a sound. We ain't doing the bullshit over here. You feel me? Nah, you gotta let it be known.
And a budget.
And a budget. Facts. Facts. Yeah, please, a budget. Because y'all be coming over talking crazy.
Nah, listen, that's another thing. A lot of people say they have budgets, and I tell them, please do not tell me that. You know why? Because the music industry has the budget, not you. You don't have that budget. You know why? Your shit is now at $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 worth. You can tell me you got 10 bands in the vote, and that shit means nothing to me. That doesn't mean you got money. That means all you got is just back pay from the government, nigga.
So we know what 2020 is about.
Yeah, man. Like, you know what it is? A lot of people, they tell me that they got budgets, and I know they don't have no budgets at all. They have nothing. They just have only implications of saying, yo, listen, I want you to be down with me. But why should I be down with you if my shit is popping?
They won't even
do the rope.
And then they don't even want to sign a contract. Even if you give them the opportunity, some
you
people
know
don't even want to sign
some
contracts.
People, you know what it is. You see, when it comes to signing a contract, you don't have to put it in front of some person to be like, oh, well, sign it on a rainy day. This is where people mess up. We have to walk up to them from the beginning and be like, look, listen, this is a contract situation. Everything you speak of, you let them know there's a contract situation. I can't really talk to you based on nothing else but that contract. You know why? That's what's gonna solidify both of us.
That's real. That's definitely.
It's gonna give me.
And I think we all make that mistake at the beginning where we worked with artists. Me and you, I know we work with artists. Where we be like, damn, and then that person floats off or whatever the case may be. So I definitely
lesson learned.
Yeah, I learned my lesson a lot of times, man. Because I had got called a week before he blew up, Little Key, and they asked me to do like a management situation with his company, and I was like, oh man, damn, like who the hell is that? He down with Young Thug. Why do they need me? But I kept forgetting in my head that I'm the nigga, that I'm that nigga, that I'm the sauce, that I'm the sauciest. You know what I mean? I forget. So I would get so many phone calls from so many artists that blew up to this day, from Fabio to basically anybody you could think of, and people be like, yo, like, why you didn't manage them? I see you around them from the beginning. Not all times you can actually go and try to be your friend's manager.
True.
It doesn't work.
That's true.
That's my man, you know what I mean? Like, those are my mans. Like, I love them from a distance. I love what they doing. I big up what they doing. I can respect that. But me joining that maybe could have been different. So with the success that comes now, it's only you could say, yo, I salute you, baby. I'm still here as the same person, but I'd rather salute you and be praised by what you've done than me actually be like, oh, damn, you know, I was supposed to be there.
Right.
I was supposed to. Nah, it's not what I was supposed to do. It was just God's, you know what I mean, choice.
Oh, that's a fact. That's definitely a fact. So now, how many, who is some of the names, excuse me, that's how many, some of the names that you've had on your show, like big names that you caught at the beginning that are now big at this time or have had success?
Lil TJ, 6ix9ine, China Mag, Sosa, Fabio, New Got Cash, who else can I think of? Ron Suno, Fatboy SSC, the list goes on, bro.
That's enough right there.
First actual showcase, like what day, what year, like?
Oh, this is like right after I got into an argument with 6ix9ine that I started the showcase thing. Like, basically, I got into an argument with him. I told him I didn't want to work with him no more, type shit. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, it wasn't with him. It was basically with like all of us internal. So I just like stepped to the side, and then I looked at what that man had explained to me when I was going through my emails of different contracts that I handled during time of a lot of artists. And when I seen just basically like, yo, it just came, it was like, yo, I was reading it out. I said, oh shit, this is what I want to do. Make these little ones, before they get that big in their heads. So they can feel that way, and they're going to know how to be motivated to get on the big stage, because they done did my stage, and practice makes perfect.
That's real. That's definitely real.
So what year was your first showcase? Like,
Tootie's like, you still ain't give me the year, brother.
I want to know like how long you been doing this and like, you know.
Nah, it's been like I think 2 years, right? Like a year, 2 years, 2 years. Not like a year. It's been like a year. The anniversary just passed. Remember, March to March.
Facts.
March to March. It's been like a year.
Oh wow, so it's only been going on a year.
Yeah, it's only been going on a year.
Yeah.
And it's that
Connected.
Word, because when did I come? I came. I had the joint, I think, in Queens at
Doha.
Yo, Rondo, that was
the
the
first
when
one I went to.
Avery
That
hit
was
me
the
up.
first
She's
one.
like, yo, I know you know Piccolo. You working over there at Sound Plus. I come to the door. I think I told you, Fluff. I don't really know nobody at this time. It's all new. I come to the door. I'm like, Fluff, like, who you? I'm like, I'm one of the judges. He like, who you? I'm like, A&R, Sound Plus, Sony Records. He's like, who? I say Piccolo name. You like, all right, because I'm about to say niggas could just come to the door and say anything. I'm like, who is this dude? He like, ain't nobody just coming up in here like that. If I didn't say Piccolo and LT in them names, he like,
I would say,
all right.
I would say from what you said, I would say like I feel, because that was the second month I started Battle of the Boroughs and I was at your event. So I would say like, you know.
Because we came to what was that, the New York Weekend joint too, the New York Weekend Cafe. That was your awesome. That was crazy.
That was when I first started. So like, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
I was just damn. Oh, yo, we gotta open back up, man. We gotta open back up bad.
For
Like
real.
it was lit. Right towards it was lit.
I got a spot. We're about to do a big show.
Coming soon.
That's why I told you and Spin to holler at me to come see me. Because I need y'all to take care of that while I take care of the clothes.
Nice.
No, for
So
real,
wait, is
man.
that coming?
His show, like when I went to that one, I wanted to find out, like, cause I work with artists too. Like, how can I get them on your stage? That's how you know your shit really is lit.
Yeah. Definitely.
Really
That's why I
lit.
appreciate people. You know why? Because everybody has done something good for me. You know what I mean? Like everybody has looked out for me and worked with me and helped me and built my brand. And whoever's did or didn't do it, you know, like the ones that really did it, no matter what, even if they did good or bad, I still make good on everything. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate everybody who's been there with me throughout this little journey of just basically building this We On Tour program that I got going on.
Nah, that's a fact. I don't know. How do we meet again? Dude, like, out of nowhere, the time I remember meeting Fluff we was at a concert for Rowdy Rich. And my artist at the time I was working with, this is when I first got started. So I ain't know nobody. I was Ron J. I wasn't Rondo. I wasn't Flex.
That's
nothing.
right.
Okay.
That's right.
So we was at Rowdy Rich concert. After I just see this guy around Rowdy Rich the whole time. So I'm like, hold on. I gotta get around. Like I gotta get my artist to meet Rowdy Rich. Maybe he could be the plug or the outlet to do it. So I go downstairs. He's downstairs walking with Rowdy Rich. They close the door. I said, "Oh shit! All right, hold on." So we go back upstairs. We waiting. Like, nah, it's only one way out. They gotta come upstairs. So we go leave. I'm walking out. Me and my artist at the time, and then out of nowhere, I don't know how, but he's behind me. Fluff is right here behind me. He's like, "Yo, my name is Fluff. This is this is what I do. I manage artists. I help 6ix9ine. If you need anything, let me know."
Yeah.
I was like, "What? Like, let me know." Like, all right, nigga, what's your number? Hold on, what's your number?
That's love,
OD.
I ended up managing Skinny from the Nine as well.
That's when I met you around that time because he came to the event.
I had Skinny from the Nine, Fresher, you know what I mean? Like I had a lot of the big name artists, you know what I'm saying, under my belt, you know what I mean? And a lot of people didn't understand that. Then when I started working with different managers so they could get better and I could like rake the benefits without me having to be day to day. Because that's big. Day to day is like a break process for artists. And a lot of people don't know that that generates basically a lot of money and not a lot for the managers, you know?
Right.
So,
that's real.
you know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean? You make your cut, but you're making cuts. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you got to take it around and take your money and go home with it, it hurts.
You ain't lying. Got you. You definitely ain't lying. So now, going forward with the We On Tour, is there anything else besides... Oh, actually, I had one other question before I even go there. Are there any other partners with you on the We On Tour team, or is it just you? This is something you solely have been doing?
Nah, you know what? Everybody's a partner that's been my friend. That's just been like basically there for me. From basically, you know what I'm saying, Flea Cavo, Paper Chase, you know what I mean? My son Flea, free him, he locked up. Rondo, Avery, DJ Shadow, DJ Sway King, Kimberly, you got Daisy. You can't forget Daisy.
You can't forget Daisy.
I got a whole team.
Daisy.
It's a whole team.
You know what I'm saying? It's like us, you know, like it's like all of us, you know what I'm saying? We started that together, like everybody got their own input and their own way of doing things, and like it's like we running like right now. We fucking up the industry. Everybody respects us. They all know when they see my shirt or they see my face.
The merch is everywhere
merch
right now.
Is
everywhere.
You can't go anywhere and not see it.
Nah, for
Especially
real.
Brooklyn.
To the
Especially
point where
Brooklyn.
if you don't see it on the gram, you at least seeing it with somebody in the street on. Like we on. As soon as you see We On Tour, it won't even be an artist or nothing. A nigga just got the shirt on. Just yo, Fluff, yo, Fluff Jones. Like yo,
and you know what? You know why I smile? Because most of my pieces I sell hand by hand. I don't like do the online store thing, you know what I mean? Like I have one, I own one. You understand what I'm saying? I have a website, I have everything that I could think of, but it's just like I get more enjoyment of selling hand to hand.
Right, yeah. Grassroots is always
like it can sell out
greatest.
more different times, but that's the best. That's the best feeling when that person put that money in.
So going
Shout out
forward,
730 Music.
what can we see? What can we look forward to coming from Fluff going forward besides another showcase?
I got different avenues, man.
I see you running with China
avenues.
Mac too.
Yeah, that's my brother, man. That's my gangster right there. He a good person. You know what I'm saying? Like he basically, you know, him, Mikey, you know, my brother from Rumble in the Bronx. Y'all should get him up here, you know what I mean? Interview him. He's a big part of this culture right now that's moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I'm gonna be a part of. You know what I mean? Like what's moving forward, not what was back then.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's what's up, man. I think what you're doing is amazing for artists, especially independent artists. You know what I mean?
Facts, what you're doing for the community.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah,
a lot of giving back that you're doing that, you know, a lot of people don't say or don't do is, you know, give you your roses while you're still here, you know. I say
fire.
we appreciate you. You know what I mean?
Fire.
And a lot of people appreciate you. That post that somebody hacked your Instagram and it was like something crazy. So many people was hitting me up.
Had people crying.
Yeah, it's like you got so much love, bro.
Listen,
so much love.
That post really hit a lot of people. A lot of people said they stopped their cars and they stopped their moments in life and was like, nah, this can't be true. And thank God it's not true. I'm here. I'm here.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I'm here for everybody, bro.
Give you your roses while you're here. We appreciate you.
I couldn't believe it. I ain't believe it was real, to be honest.
I appreciate you, bro.
No, for real. Like, I just couldn't believe it.
Yo, listen, I appreciate you on my heart. You know why? Because at the end of the day, like I said, you know, like I'm trying to just be the better me. And I'm just trying to be me. I'm trying to be a good manager to my artists that I have now, which I want to work with to the day I die. You understand what I'm saying? And then, like basically, you know, my outside influences that I work with, you know, from comedians to basically, I just want to bring this shit to another level. Like, I really want this to be worldwide. We on tour.
I think you're getting there. Yeah, it's getting there.
See it going worldwide.
They said my shit moving faster than slow bucks.
It's getting there. It's moving. moving.
So everybody
you definitely hit Fluff.
I'm trying to fuck up the game. I'm trying to be the next motherfucking Levi's.
You shitting me?
You gonna see me everywhere, nigga, for centuries. Fuck all that other brands. All them other brands been around, but you ain't gonna never forget Levi's.
Levi's is gonna be forever.
Never.
Levi's is forever.
Forever.
We on tour forever.
We on tour forever. Facts. That's what I want to do.
I want to thank you, man, for coming through. Yeah. I want everybody, if you don't know, go follow. Shout out your IG.
Yeah, my shit, Fluff Jones TV.
That's what I wanted to ask too, but we about to end it.
Yeah,
like, where
quick.
the TV come from? Where did TV come from? Fluff Jones TV.
Because you know what, my name was Fluff Jones. And then basically when I just started working with like Tekashi and Skinny from the Nine and other artists that I wanted to let go, I wanted to rest in peace to that name, but I really wanted to keep it, so I just added TV.
Yeah, we're going movie. It's a movie.
We up out here, man.
That's a fact.
On the Come Up Radio Show, you already know the vibes. Music. Thank you, Fluff, once again.
Yeah.
Chris Robinson, 20 on the gram. Rondo, go ahead. My fault, brother.
Flex Rondo.
Tui the CEO on the gram.
And we're going to end it off with a song by Live Like Davis, Princessa.
We out of here.
Yo, bro, these niggas hit right
now. Weddies, they jumping inside of the pool. In the pool. I'm off a clase azul. Clase azul. My princessa, she get wetter. Fuck me better. Weddies, they jumping inside of the pool. In the pool. I'm off a clase azul. Clase azul. My princessa, she get wetter. Fuck me better. I'm in the section, standing on couches. Pull a chop on my aim where your house is. Gang on, pull up inside of the party, get all little weddies, we out this. How you spending your check on a chain? Ain't investing no houses. I know killers that's putting in pain. Use my voice as they outlet. Yeah. CC, she went a couple of zoo. Freaky, she getting wet in the pool. If it don't last, at least we did it. 1-800, can I hit? Weddies, they jumping inside of the pool. In the pool, I'm off a clase azul, clase azul. My princessa, she get wetter. Fuck me better. Weddies, they jumping inside of the pool. In the pool, I'm off a clase azul, clase azul. My princessa, she get wetter. Fuck me better. Yeah, shake it, don't break it, ayy. Shake it, don't break it, ayy. Wanna see you act out and get treachy. I hit call it and I'ma hit Lily. Eat the pussy like pasta linguine. Wanna see you get weddies, they jumping inside of the pool. In the pool, I'm off a clase azul, clase azul. My princessa, she get wetter. Fuck me better. Weddies, they jumping inside of the pool. In the pool, I'm off a clase azul, clase azul. My princessa, she get wetter. Fuck me back.